You're listening to the John and Heidi Show, now featuring the wit and wisdom of Dan Farris.
Okay, dudes, let's walk this sucker.
On Sunny 93.3.
It's the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Farris, brought to you by shoplocalsiouxfalls.com. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing pretty good because there's a little light at the end of the tunnel.
It's starting to get hot out there, man.
It's spinning around a little AccuWeather.
Gonna be beautiful.
AccuWeather the other day, and it's like 40-something come Monday.
Nice.
And all
Then
that
I'm like,
sun.
wait a minute, is this some kind of dirty, cheap trick they're playing?
We had a lot of sun yesterday, so I wasn't like outside all day, but like the sun coming through the window, it felt
Just
beautiful.
even the sun,
Oh.
yeah, it helps to see it.
Yeah, it was nice.
It's the little victories, isn't
It
it?
really is.
This guy had a lot of victories. Ladies and gentlemen, your Chicago Bulls, Michael Jordan.
Yeah, man.
Best
Happy-
ever to play the game. 58 today.
Happy birthday to you.
58. Billy Joe Armstrong, frontman for Green Day.
Oh, yeah.
Every time
I
I,
like
see him,
Green
it's
Day.
like he's 25 years old because that's what
Yeah.
he is.
Yeah, he does kind of look young.
He's 50 today.
Is he really?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, but he's like one of those guys that never
Eternally
seen
young.
Doesn't age.
And Paris Hilton,
How old is she?
she's 40 today.
Oh, the
She's
big
younger than
4-0.
us? Why did I not know that? I thought she was older than us.
Done nothing but work an entire life.
She's worked so hard to make
Those
that Hilton.
calloused hands.
That Hilton.
In case you're wondering, hey, she's been through stuff.
She's been through stuff.
She did some
Been through
time.
her as well.
She's been in the Gray Bar Motel, man.
Has she really?
She was jailed.
What'd she go to
yeah.
jail for?
I don't quite remember, but she did about a week in the Slam.
Oh man.
And then did
Earned her
the
street cred.
then did the late night circuit talking about it. Yeah, she's got a current net worth of about $350 million. Which
That's about $350 million more than I got. so
doesn't
I
go
should
as
be
far
glad.
as it used to, though.
Yeah, I suppose.
It doesn't go as far as it used to.
It was 1936, this very day. A comic strip by Lee Falk. It was a big deal because it featured the world's first superhero.
Oh.
Now, who do you think that was, John, Heidi?
Superman.
But
See, that's what I thought. Nope, it was the Phantom.
Really?
Yup.
Oh.
Yup.
that was turned into a radio show, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah, and a series and everything else, and a really bad movie back in 1996 starring Billy Zane.
Oh, really?
Yup.
I got to look that sucker up.
And it was 2014, The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon premieres on ABC. I had high hopes for that and started out really well, and then he kind of succumbed to the awakening.
Everything,
Yes.
it got ruined in 2016 when everything turned into politics. and
That's
it's
what
been
I mean. He
politics.
succumbed to
it's
the awakening.
unfortunate. It's
He's a
unfortunate.
talented kid, neat guy.
He
but
was.
it is
He
what
reminded
it
me
is.
more of Johnny Carson than Jay Leno.
Yeah, he was doing a great job, and then he got slapped around for, I don't know, touching Donald Trump's head or something. I
That's
don't
right.
remember.
He messed up his
Yeah.
hair.
And this is huge, especially in my own personal life. It was this day in 1876. Sardines were first canned
Oh, wow.
by Julius Wolfe in
Packed them in there like sardines.
Eastport, Maine. Yeah, you open a can of sardines, it's pretty funny. To this day, they look really surprised.
What did it do?
Just look at them. Yeah, and then
I can honestly say I've never opened a can of sardines.
Have you ever had a sardine?
No.
Are you serious?
And it will never
Dan?
happen.
What do you say?
Are you kidding? They're
Today's the day.
wonderful.
Let's
Yeah.
get some sardines.
No.
My father used to bring home smoked whitefish all the time and cans of sardines all the time and canned oysters, smoked oysters.
We're going to sneak some sardines in the studio.
Yeah, and we'd hammer them all back with saltines. My dad was also a frustrated musician,
Okay.
kind of a self-taught piano player. And when he'd have 8 or 9 too many beers, he'd actually play a little song that goes along the lines of, "Hey, if I were a sardine, would you kiss me on the can?" We'd clap and laugh, cheer him on, and take our beatings.
time.
Was that a #1 hit?
Take our beatings and go to bed early. So yeah, sardines.
I can relate.
Instrumental in my formative years. So
There you go.
There you go. Now I know, and you know, we all know. We just slam right ahead here.
We're going to do that. It's the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Farris, brought to you by shoplocalsiouxfalls.com.
Do you have a credit card? Is it a pretty good one? Here's how you can tell. Take the details of your current card, the interest rates, points, and perks, and compare them for free to the available offers at bettercreditcards.com. If we can offer you a better credit card, it could save you money every month. month. This will literally cost you nothing, and it could help you save money. Even if you don't have a credit card right now, you can still check it out at bettercreditcards.com. Do it today. bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
Time now for Ranger Dan's Critter Corner.
Well, I'm rough, tough, and ready. I'm a heck of a man. Eat my beans and weenies from a frying pan.
He's Ranger Dan.
Easy. I'm Ranger Dan. Well, I loves to wrestle bears and lasso ducks, run over possums in my government truck.
He's Ranger Dan.
Easy. I'm Ranger Dan. Well, I loves all the campers and the animals, too. If you're picking on critters, I'm coming after you.
He's Ranger Dan.
Yes, sir. I'm Ranger Dan.
Good morning, Ranger Dan.
Good morning, Ranger Dan.
And Snappy Briscoe salute off the well started. Remember the old Ranger Dan cap to you, too. How you doing over there, Les? Heidi.
Ranger Dan.
Always a pleasure. Pretty much the only reason I make the trek in here every day. Let's be honest with you. Sight for sore Ranger eyes. You know, with this briskness we've been getting, this below zero temps and all this kind of stuff, all the heck breaking loose with this cold weather, we've been just sharing some stories of what goes on down south when folks trek out into nature down there, because it's usually warmer and sunshiny. And got a fun little story here. Some fellas I heard about years ago. Couple, well, down south they call them rednecks, I guess.
Okay, yeah.
Rednecks. Some of them southern fellas. Some of them good old boys. Couple rednecks, they'd actually never been fishing, which is kind of surprising. And they decide, good golly almighty, that seems like a whole bunch of fun. Weren't quite sure how to go about it, but they took what money they had and they got busy. They bought themselves brand new rods and brand new reels, got themselves a nice little fishing boat there, and they did some upgrades on the old redneck truck with the little hitch and everything else, and they got things going. Even rented a little cabin in the woods there, right off a river. It's out there, and spent pretty much a fortune when it comes to redneck dollars. And the first day they're out there just kind of spinning around, and spent pretty much 14 hours out on that river, didn't catch a darn thing. Next day, pretty much same thing, because honest to goodness, they really don't know what the heck they're doing. On day number 3, as it goes, they're almost done. The sun's going down, and one of them boys catches a fish. Pretty excited about that. They got to leave the next day, and driving home, going down the old back roads there, and kind of depressed. And one fella turns to his buddy and says, "Do you realize that one lousy fish cost us about $2,200? The other guy says, "Yeah, well, it's a good thing we didn't catch any more." Southerners. They're not like you and me. That's all the time we got today, little Radio Rangers. I hope you learned something. I know I'm positive I may have. Till next time, Ranger Dan out. Say it with me.
Yes, sir.
I really need to quit drinking.
I really need to give up drugs.
It's not going to be easy, but we'd love to help. Addiction can drive away those who love you the most, and addiction can lead to the loss of jobs, relationships, and even your life. Don't let addiction tear your life apart anymore. Get the help you need to defeat addiction and put the pieces back together in your life. Learn more at timeforrehab.com. We want to help. Timeforrehab.com. That's timeforrehab.com.
Time now for our morning coffee break, brought to you by Kaladi's Bistro at 26th and Minnesota Avenue in Sioux Falls. Mr. Dan Farris here, and you're going to make a Kaladi winner right now, right?
Yeah, because it's Wednesday.
Wednesday.
According to our marketing promotional department, who never sleep.
And it's also Wellness Wednesday. Going to be chatting with the good doc, Harley, coming up.
Well, this is just a win-win, John. I don't know if I can contain myself. I may need to be tased.
Well, lucky for you, I have new fresh batteries for my taser.
I have a $20 gift card, and it's a thing of beauty.
It really is.
Redeemable at Kaladi's Bistro.
And very well-deserved person
and this
today.
Wednesday's winner is...
randomly drawn.
Susan Fitzgibbon.
That is awesome. Yay! She's from Susan CPA right now. I bet she is probably like up to her ears in tax stuff.
I bet she is.
A lot of folks getting their taxes done right now.
Ah, the IRS, God bless them.
Yeah, so that's cool. I think we'll hand deliver that one.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah, maybe. Yes, I know you guys know Susan. So there you go.
We'll drop it off and
so you
that'd be fun.
Don't tell me these prize drawings are fixed, because they're not.
They're actually not. It was a random drawing.
No, they can't be by law. No,
they're not.
I would never throw you two under the bus.
But they're not. It was a random.
I know they're
Do I need to randomly draw another one?
See, this is how rumors get started, you
That's
two.
right. I'm not trying to start any rumors.
Not trying to start
On
anything.
my giveaways over here.
What's going on? South Dakota has ratcheted down about 5 slots here when it comes to the most. Are you ready for this?
Yeah?
Sinful states.
Really?
Yeah, somehow or another,
Were
Wallet.
we up high before?
We were in the top 10 for least sinful
we
states.
were?
We've dropped out of the top 10.
For the least, I thought maybe it was because
least
of...
sinful. I thought you said most.
Nope, least
Okay,
sinful. This is based on, this is no kidding, the 7 deadly sins. Or the capital vices, or if you're a Catholic, the cardinal sins, which are, of course, pride, greed, wrath, envy, lust, gluttony, and sloth.
All right.
Gluttony alone. I mean, we've got like 3 restaurants per citizen, so I'm pretty sure that's pretty high on the list.
It's not everywhere in the state. That's just right in our neighborhood.
Yeah, so
That's how we chose a house, by the way. How many restaurants near this?
How they gather data on this, I really don't know, but it's through Wallet Hub.
Okay.
South Dakota has dropped down to number 11.
Okay.
Is the least sinful when it comes to the 7 deadly sins. And one of the big things we dropped apparently overall, because they take all 7 of these individually, and the big one is wrath or anger and revenge. We've dropped down to like number 34.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
So apparently we're pretty ticked off all of a sudden.
Jeez,
about
what happened
what
there?
I really don't know. But at number 10 of the least sinful states, and this has got to be wrong because I'm from there, Minnesota.
Yeah, I'm not buying that.
Number 10, followed by Nebraska, then North Dakota at number 8. Maine is in there. Iowa's at number 6 is least sinful.
Okay.
New Hampshire at number 5. Utah's at number 4.
Oh, I was just going to write that down as my number one guess.
Because Mormons can do no wrong.
I was guessing them as the number one. So
Nope.
What does that get?
Vermont's at number 3. Idaho at number 2. And the least sinful state in the union is Wyoming.
Wyoming. Okay.
Interested in who's really getting busy here?
I bet the worst one is Vegas.
You're right up
Might
there.
be starting at
New York.
at number 10, the top 10 most sinful states. Mississippi's at 10.
Oh, wow.
Illinois.
Mississippi.
Hello,
That surprises
Chicago.
me.
South Carolina's at 8.
Really?
This one surprises me. Tennessee.
I just don't see these. What's going on here?
Louisiana's at number 6, probably because of New Orleans, which, by the way, yesterday was what, Fat Tuesday?
Fat Tuesday. Well, for
But
me,
they
every
shut
day.
everything down.
Every Tuesday's
Yeah.
Fat Tuesday.
So there were no
for me.
parties, no parade. So Fat Tuesday was more like...
Maybe they'll get knocked out of the top 10 this year.
Yeah, or, hey, you might want to think about losing 10 pounds Tuesday. Florida's at number 5. Georgia's at 4. Texas at number 3. That surprises me, too.
Before you say any more, I'm guessing California, Nevada, and New York are in there somewhere.
Oh, you've only got 2 left, John. So 2 left. Pick 2 out of the 3 because you're hot.
So I'm going to
which
say
2?
California and Nevada.
Bang, perfect.
That's what I would say,
Yep,
too.
at number 2 and number 1, respectively.
So
Nevada's at
New
number
York
1.
wasn't on the list.
Number 1 is Nevada.
But again, when you think about it, New York is a big state, and we always think of New York City.
You
New
only
York
have New York
State.
City.
I know some awesome people from like upstate New York.
Yeah.
So when you meet them and they're like, I'm from New York, I'm like, you're from New York? I'm like, oh, I'm not from New York City.
It's a whole different world. Well, just like Minnesota, I always think Minneapolis, St. Paul.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
There's a whole lot more to the state.
Whole
When you
lot
start getting up north, it's a whole different world.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's all there is to it.
Well,
So-
that's very
Fascinating,
interesting.
Dan.
Thought it was. So, yeah, hey, South Dakota, I don't know what you're ticked about, but
Calm down.
you dropped us out of the top 10. Yeah.
Yeah, calm down.
That's
man.
probably me.
Yeah, way to go, Heidi.
it's the wrath of Heidi, and here we are at number 11.
Yeah, way to go. Shaking her fist at people. Probably just because of the cold snap.
The
That's what we're mad about.
mad world, boys. Not a lot I can do about it.
It's the morning coffee break brought to you by Kaladi's Bistro on the corner of 26th and Minnesota Avenue in Sioux Falls. If you could do something today that could save someone's life, would you do it? If it didn't cost you a dime and only took a little time and could literally save a life, would you do it? Can you believe that only 3% of people say yes to this? How's that possible? That's the real percentage of people who give blood. It's something you can do whether you're a millionaire, middle class, or completely poor. There's no fee and it's easy to do. And you can literally save a life. Let's roll up our sleeves and make a difference. Give blood. We can do better than 3%. Learn more at redcrossblood.org. Time now for Back to the Basics in Healthcare, and I have Dr. Harley from Balanced Life Chiropractic. How you doing?
Doing well. How are you today, John?
Very good. I'm excited. This is episode 2. So we first talked last week, and if anybody missed that, you can find it online. We'll tell you how to find that here in a little bit. But we kind of had a little bit of background about Dr. Harley and why you're doing what you're doing. But it's been, I don't know if you've noticed, a little bit chilly here lately, hasn't it?
No, I have not noticed at all.
It's been so cold. Now, for people in the Midwest, we put up with this weather all the time. But one of the things that happens when it's this cold, we kind of do things differently. How does that affect our health and with Balanced Life Chiropractic? Do you have suggestions for us?
Definitely. So, number one, it's super cold outside, so you don't go outside as much, so you're less active. So if you're sitting all the time, well, they've been saying that sitting is the new smoking. So when you're inside, getting up and moving around, doing some stretching, even light yoga is really good just to keep your muscles moving. But when you go outside, bundle up, even more so if you're just taking a short walk. Bundling up will keep you from shivering and, clenching your muscles really tight to keep yourself warm. And especially as we get older, it's harder for our muscles to, relax after that cold. So keeping yourself as warm as possible when you go out is definitely important.
Now, one of the other things this time of year, as we're just walking, through a parking lot, it's like walking through a minefield because there's little spots of ice here and there, and you can slip and slide and kind of jerk something out of whack. Do you see people this time of year that come in and talk to you about things like that?
Yeah, there's always the people that slipped on the ice, or if they were shoveling their snow from all the snow we got last week unexpectedly. That can definitely cause you to have a lot of injuries because, one, you're already cold, so then you're, suddenly falling or moving wrong. It's easy for the bones to, slip out of place, and that can cause those strains or sprains, ankle injuries, back injuries, sore, tight muscles. It can definitely happen, and we've been seeing a lot more of that this winter, especially currently with all of this cold.
So at Balanced Life Chiropractic, we talked a little bit last week about it's a health plan where you it's not necessarily you just come in once and you leave. Let's talk a little bit about that right now and how important that is, because I think it really is good. And my wife and I started working with you, and I got to tell you, it's really kind of fun. It's not a tough process. It's not hard. Heidi did all my paperwork, so it was really easy for me.
Story that's very common, that we get the paperwork in and it's like, oh, this guy has really nice handwriting, and it's like, oh no, it was the wife. But
so let's talk about why it's important when people do sign up to have a plan that's a good health plan moving forward.
Definitely. So a lot of people, they go get adjusted once every so often. Well, that's really not enough for our bodies because our muscles have muscle memory, right? You go to the gym, you start working out, it's kind of hard right away, but you start getting stronger because your body's getting used to it. Well, if we get adjusted one time, the muscles are so used to holding those bones in one place that sudden jerk back to the normal alignment, they're going to pull it right back out of alignment. So we have to train your muscles to keep those bones into proper alignment, and that's going to lead to longer lasting health.
And the thing that I think is really important is you don't necessarily need to wait until, I have a pain, can you fix the pain? But if you have a good plan and you come in and put yourself on a health and wellness system, you can probably avoid a lot of those pains because now you've gotten things taken care of.
Yeah, it's a lot easier to take care of yourself now versus when you suddenly have a problem. Like, our health is our number one asset, but a lot of times we don't do anything about it until we don't have it anymore. And then we, are suddenly trying to get it back as quick as possible. But healing takes time, so we have to allow our body that time to actually heal and get better. Well, it can get kind of costly at the long run if we're trying to do something quick versus routine maintenance to make sure that we're keeping our bodies healthy.
And not only is it going to be more affordable in the long run, but also you're going to live a better life because you're not in pain all the time.
Yeah, definitely. For sure. You're going to feel a lot better. We had a 50-year-old lady come in, a couple months ago, and she didn't have any problems and just wanted for that maintenance wellness. And she started getting adjusted. She's like, I didn't know how good I could feel, because we start to normalize the aches and pains of old age and don't realize that we could be doing so much better.
Absolutely. So if somebody listening would like to reach out and say, hey, I'd like to maybe get on the path to wellness, how do they get a hold of you at Balanced Life Chiropractic?
So they can either give us a call from our office number, or you can find us on Facebook and shoot us a message, or email, whatever is most preferred for you. We answer to everything that we can.
And balancedlifesd.com is the website. Thank you so much, Dr. Harley, for taking the time to chat.
Yeah, thank you, John. It's been a pleasure.
Again, Dr. Harley is with Balanced Life Chiropractic, and this has been Back to the Basics in Healthcare on this Wellness Wednesday.
Do you have a credit card? Is it a pretty good one? Here's how you can tell. Take the details of your current card, the interest rates, points, and perks, and compare them for free to the available offers at bettercreditcards.com. If we can offer you a better credit card, it could save you money every month. This will literally cost you nothing, and it could help you save money. Even if you don't have a credit card right now, you can still check it out at bettercreditcards.com. Do it today. bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
Now, ChannelSurferTV.com presents entertainment news of the day with Mr. Dan Farris.
Celebrities are so sparklingly fabulous. And I've said it before, I'll say it again. They even smell better than you and me. John, I'm doing this for you personally.
Oh!
You were all jacked up. You were coming unglued, and I don't know why, about actress Tina Louise.
Oh, yeah.
A ginger from Gilligan's Island.
Yeah, that was yesterday.
I literally thought we were going to have to sedate you.
I got to like an 11 in a big hurry. I don't even know why I got so hopped up about that.
Heidi and I literally sat here cringing in wonder.
I'm just saying I really liked Marianne so much better than Ginger. And
anyway,
Ginger was,
where are we
let's
going?
not go down that road again.
So I just thought it would be kind of fun on occasion to just do kind of a, where are they now?
Yeah, where is she now?
Tina Louise, still alive at 87.
So Ginger is alive at 87.
Ginger at 87, resides in New York City. She's a member of the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences, lifetime member of the Actors Studio. Oh. She has written 2 children's books. She's a huge child literacy advocate. Does fundraising for that kind of thing. She's published a couple of books, including a memoir entitled When I Grow Up.
Huh.
She does have one daughter from a marriage early on from 66 to 71. Her daughter, by the way, was a producer for MTV.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Back in the day, yeah. And, yeah, she's still live and kicking. She volunteers at schools around New York. And
nice.
Yeah. She's just fine.
Well, now I feel bad about all the stuff I said yesterday.
Did you know before Gilligan's Island in 1958, she co-starred in a movie called God's Little Acre, which was huge. She picked up a Golden Globe Award for that.
Very cool.
So, yeah, she was...
well, she's pretty good then.
Yeah. So while you were like losing your mind somehow
Marianne,
about Ginger yesterday. But
she's okay. No, that's cool.
So there you go.
I don't know why I feel worse about it. If I were speaking ill of the dead, wouldn't that have made me even a worse person?
Well, you weren't speaking ill of her. I honestly, see, you assume that we were actually listening to you.
And I wasn't necessarily speaking ill. I was just saying I'm more of a Marianne guy. So anyway, we're going to move on.
But that's Tina Louise.
Thanks, Dan.
Ginger from Gilligan's Island. Where are they now?
I like this. This is a fun game. Thanks for listening.
You know, she was in the Stepford Wives, too.
Was she really?
She's been in all kinds of stuff. Kentucky Fried Movie.
The heck you say.
Dog Day in 84.
Heck you say.
This sounds like the perfect person to be a host, a guest on the John and Heidi Show.
Whatever. You should talk to her. She'll probably talk to you.
See if I can reach out. Well, Dan, thanks for coming in, man.
97, she co-starred as Bella in Welcome to the Whoop Whoop. I have it on Blu-ray.
That certainly sounds like a John and Heidi Show guest.
I got the poster.
It's the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Farris, brought to you by SiouxEmpireJobs.com.
I really need to give up drugs.
I really need to quit drinking.
It's not going to be easy, but we'd love to help. Addiction can drive away those who love you the most, and addiction can lead to the loss of jobs, relationships, and even your life. Don't let addiction tear your life apart anymore. Get the help you need to defeat addiction and put the pieces back together in your life. Learn more at timeforrehab.com. We want to help. Timeforrehab.com. That's timeforrehab.com.
Here's your Market Beat Minute for Wednesday, February 17th, 2021. The equity market started the week on uncertain footing. Most of the major indices opened with slim gains to set new all-time highs. But that is the best that can be said of the session. The indices traded within very tight ranges in evidence of a market drifting higher for no apparent reason. While S&P 500 earnings are good, the outlook for earnings growth is already priced into the market. The risk now is that 2020 economic activity will only be as expected, which, in the market's eyes at least, will not be enough to sustain a stock market rally. This week's trading is going to be heavily impacted by economic data, and the data is already coming in strong. The Empire State Manufacturing Index jumped to 16 from last month's 3.5 to more than double the consensus. The gain was driven by new orders, backlogs, and rising employment. You can get the inside track from Wall Street's brightest minds delivered directly to your inbox every day at marketbeatminute.com.